Hello, my name is Umutoni Kanuma Sharon. I'm going to discuss with you the effective, how to be an effective healthcare manager. So within this journey, I'm going to discuss with you the five major functions of management and also the strength and weakness of the three management styles. So what I will be discussing about within the five major functions of management is planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So, moving forward with starting with planning description, the main function of this planning is that it helps in setting direction and determining what is needed to be done so as to meet the performance target in the organization. So about the example about planning, the managers of companies have to be part of the workers once they are setting goals for the company in the period of setting goals for their future company's direction. So the second description is organizing. So about the organizing, the main function is that it's the overall design of the organization or specific division on which the manager is the one to take responsibility. It, in other words, the main function is to give an overall design of the organization. So this is where you find that the managers are trying to put everything in the right direction or in the right place, so that, let's say that they are going to be a workshop. Someone from human resource management cannot uh, give information about finance management. So in that case, there would not be any organization. Instead, each department has to provide its specific information without discussing the information that they are not sure of. So moving forward with the third description, which is staffing. This staffing, the main function is that it helps in receiving and maintaining the labor force through various tactics or strategies. Here, as an example, the manager has to intervene in recruiting, screening, and selection of new workers within the organization. With this strategy, it helps the company to expand, since it has the good qualified workers that were selected by the manager. Moving ahead with leading, the main function of this is that it initiates and or starts the action in the working place or organization where there is communication, motivation, and good leadership within the subordinates. So as an example, the managers take responsibilities of leading employees to achieve the goals that were set in their actions to be achieved so as to rise up the company. So like in addition to that, the manager has to be exemplar. Like if workers set a goal that we have to be having, there has to be time management. The manager has to make sure that he is always on time so that they can take it seriously. Uh, with the last one, which is controlling, the main function of this is that it helps in monitoring of staff activities and their performance to help in taking actions of how to increase the performance of the organization. As an example, the manager has to control the actions that take place in the company in order to know the performance of the company and its standards, where they compare the your organization to other outside organization. So let's move to the second part, which is about strength and weakness of the three management style. So the first one is directing. So when we talk about directing, this is when communication and listening promotes learning, where the managers tell her or his employers what to do, how to do, and when to do it. So the strength about this is that it improves the communication skills between the manager and the employees. So it makes it easy, like in case the worker is given some description of how to do tasks and do not understand them clearly, it's easy for them to ask from their manager to give more clarification so that they can get done with the tasks assigned. Another strength is that there is appraisal of the good workers. So this gives encouragement to the workers so that they can improve on how they are doing. Once one is appraised, another one will work harder to get into that position, which is which helps the company to improve, of course. So about the weakness is that some managers, they do not have that ability of saying or giving the feedback directly. Some of them try to sugarcoat the words or to sugarcoat the feedback, and this uh, becomes hard for the workers to know where they are struggling, because the feedback comes when it is very sweet, so it's hard for them to know where they are having problem and how to correct it. So let's move with the second management style, which is discussion. This is where the manager tries to encourage the critical thinking and ask questions his employees or her employees about the problem, opportunities, or the issues to be resolved, where he manages the discussion. So about this, the strength is that there is collaboration of the manager and worker. The manager gives his or her opinions and lets the employees also discuss their opinions or how they think about a certain topic. So in this case, it's easy for all of them to share and discuss what they think can be the solution, or what they think is the problem, so that they can have a direction to reach to their goal. So another strength is that there is agreement on both parties upon the work that has been done. So if let's say that a manager assigned me a task, in that case I give it to him done, of course. He can give me feedback and I can explain if there is a way to convince him. In that case, I can do it. But in case he's not happy with the work I did, he can tell me how to do it better or help me to accomplish the task he gave me. In that case, there is what we call agreement. So about the weakness is that it is time consuming, since each person has to share the ideas, and sometimes it's hard or it takes long to get to the point of agreement. So let's move to the last management style. This is delegating. This is where the manager assigns the task to his or her employers to perform, either individually or within a group. So the strength is that there is better performance of the workers. Of course, once they are in a group, they can share ideas and come up with a very strong work. And the second one is about uh, managers take care of other tasks. Once they are assigned, let's say that I have a manager and we have been assigned as a group to go on the field, the work, there's some work that has to be done within the company. The manager cannot sit there and relax when he knows that we are not around, so he takes advantage of starting to be working on some works as by the time we are out on the field. So that's the second strength. Let's move on. Weakness. This is the first weakness is that there is lack of skills to perform assigned tasks. Let's say that some people are assigned work to do individually. You may find that some people are struggling with uh, accomplishing some tasks due to lack of skills about that assigned task. And the second weakness is that it's hard to get support from their managers. Some managers are not uh, that much available, or some do not give value, or do not, yeah, they do not give value about helping their employees. So you find that the employees that were assigned tasks are struggling to find their managers so that they can provide support. So this was all about my presentation. I'm very happy that you were able to follow and listen to what I've shared with you. So thank you very much.